Hey everyone, welcome to this explainer. I am absolutely pumped that you're here today because we're unpacking something that is literally changing the game. If you're a complete beginner and you're thinking about starting your very first freelance copywriting business, well, you are exactly in the right place. We're going to set the stage for how you can launch a super lucrative freelance career and deliver top-tier results to clients, all without doing, most of the actual writing yourself. Right. I know, it sounds a little too good to be true. I mean, for any beginner, the absolute biggest fear is just staring at that blinking cursor on a blank screen, right? Just wondering what on earth you're going to type out to make a client happy. But imagine getting paid to deliver incredible copy without that dread. So today we're looking at how modern freelancers are quietly using custom AI systems to crank out high-quality work in an absolute fraction of the time. Okay, let's dive into this because the contrast here is seriously staggering. In the old reality, taking on a freelance copywriting job meant grueling hours of manual typing, endless client revisions, and constantly starting from absolute zero. But contrast that with the new reality. We're talking about going from a agonizing 5-hour slog down to a highly efficient 30-minute AI-assisted workflow. It completely shifts you from being a typist to being an editor. And look, if you're brand new to all this, don't worry at all. We've got the exact 6-step blueprint right here. 1. The broken old way. 2. Meeting your custom GPT. 3. Choosing a niche. 4. Building your AI assistant. 5. The automated workflow. And 6. Scaling in ethics. By the end of this explainer, you're going to know exactly how to get your own automated business up and running. Let's move to our first step and see how this builds. Section 1. Why traditional freelancing is broken. So, it's super important to understand why we even need a new system in the first place. Doing things the traditional way, the researching, the drafting, the endless rewriting, it takes days. It's a total recipe for burnout. And the biggest culprit? Repetition. Just think about the standard tasks. Product descriptions, email newsletters, Facebook ads, landing pages, LinkedIn posts, SEO outlines. The core structure of these things almost never changes. Only the tiny details do. So starting from a totally blank page every single time, it's just a fundamentally broken business model. Which brings us to Section 2. Meet your custom GPT. Now, as a beginner, it is absolutely crucial to stop thinking of AI as just some random chatbot. You really need to reframe it. Think of it as your own specialized digital employee. A custom GPT is basically an AI that you specifically train to do one job and do it incredibly well. Instead of just tossing generic questions at it and hoping for the best, you're training it on your preferred formatting, your instructions, your unique style. It's an assistant that automatically follows your proprietary process. And this brilliantly illustrates the difference. If you use a generic prompt, like just typing in, write an email, well, you're going to get a really generic, robotic-sounding email back. But a niche prompt, something like, write an abandoned cart email for a skincare e-commerce store targeting women aged 25 to 40. Wow, specialization is where the absolute magic happens. When you focus your AI with that level of detail, the quality of the output just skyrockets. Moving right along to Section 3, choosing a profitable niche. Now, I gotta warn you right here, as a beginner, honestly, the biggest mistake you can possibly make is trying to be everything to everyone. If you try to serve every kind of business under the sun, your AI is going to be painfully generic. Instead, you've got to pick one specific area. Think about e-commerce stores, real estate agents, coaches, dentists, SaaS startups. If you build a real estate GPT, for instance, you train it specifically on property listings. If you choose e-commerce, it becomes an expert in upsell sequences. You build the tool for one specific job. All right, now for the really fun part. Section 4, building your custom copywriting GPT. We're getting right into the practical playbook now. Here is the step-by-step to actually build this thing. Step 1, you gather examples of great past work to use as your training data. Step 2, you set really strict writing rules. You might say, hey, write this at a 6th grade reading level and keep sentences short. Step 3, you teach it proven copywriting frameworks, things like AIDA, which is attention, interest, desire, action, or PAS, problem, agitation, solution. And then step 4, you plug in your specific client information. Now, what's really interesting about this client information step is the exact data you're storing. You're giving it the brand voice, the audience details, competitor info, product benefits, pain points. The brilliant part? By storing this, your custom GPT remembers it automatically for every single task. You never have to repeat those tedious instructions for a new project ever again. It just already knows. Okay, Section 5, the lazy automated workflow. I say lazy workflow, but let's be real, it's just incredibly highly efficient. Let's say a client comes to you and asks for 5 promotional emails. Back in the day, cue the panic, right? But now, 20 minutes. Literally 20 minutes is all it takes to finish what used to be an agonizing 4-hour job. Because now, you're just pasting the client's brief into your custom GPT, watching it generate the drafts, and then stepping in to make those final, small human edits. So the crucial point is this. Your time is now spent improving ideas, instead of just blindly typing out sentences. And no, that doesn't mean the quality drops. In fact, it usually goes way up, because you're acting as a high-level editor and strategist now. Honestly, the goal isn't working harder. The goal is creating systems that actually work for you. That is what true leverage looks like. And get this, you can even automate your client onboarding to feed this beast. Instead of sitting on an hour-long Zoom call asking the exact same questions over and over, you just send a simple onboarding questionnaire to your new client. They fill it out, you feed those answers straight into your AI, and boom, your custom GPT instantly understands the client inside and out. That right there is going to save you hours every single month. Which brings us to our final step, Section 6, scaling and ethical rules. You see, traditional freelancing puts a pretty hard ceiling on your income, because more clients inherently means more hours worked. But automation, it completely shatters that equation. If a project now takes you 30 minutes instead of 4 hours, well, you can take on significantly more clients without ever burning out. So as a beginner, this has to be your ultimate goal. Stop selling your time, start selling your systems. Systems can scale, your hours definitely cannot. But okay, with this amazing superpower definitely comes a bit of practical responsibility. AI is a fantastic tool to assist you, but it absolutely does not replace your eye for detail. You always need to review the content before you hit send. Verify any facts or statistics it spits out, give it a solid edit for accuracy, and just make sure it truly matches the brand's voice. At the end of the day, the client is paying you for the final result, so you are the ultimate quality check. The entire freelance copywriting industry is shifting so incredibly fast right now. The people who are really going to succeed over the next few years, they won't necessarily be the most naturally gifted writers. Nope. They'll be the ones who build the best systems, the ones who can produce the output of an entire small agency all by themselves. Seriously, don't try to compete with AI. Learn how to master it and work right alongside it. The barrier to entry to start your own freelance business has quite literally never been lower than it is right now. The systems are out there, they're just waiting to be built by you. So I'm going to leave you with this one final provocative question to think about. Will you learn to use AI effectively before everyone else does? Don't wait, start building your system today. Thanks so much for joining me on this explainer, and I genuinely cannot wait to see what you create.